Hey YouTubers, Raven here,
Starfire.
and tonight we're talking about Legends of Tomorrow!
Season 6, Episode 2, Meet the Legends.
Yeah. It was a pretty decent episode.
It was, but it was so silly.
It was, and it was really gross.
It was
I
so
couldn't
gross.
watch it.
Oh my god.
Like, I kept closing my eyes. I couldn't, like, the gooey...
There's just certain things that, like, when they're zoomed in, really bother me.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is when I see eyes up close, like, zoomed in, and they're blinking. Like,
Really?
that creeps me out. I don't know why, but it just, it makes, And then this, when they were just, like, zooming in on, like, the messily way they were eating their food, the sloppy way that they were just devouring it, it was just, ugh. It was gross.
The only time that's not something that bothers me is in, It Takes Two. And they're eating sloppy joes.
Oh, I love that movie.
Right? I wish I had it on DVD. I only have it on VHS.
I think it's on one of the streaming things.
Probably.
I think it's on like Hulu or something like that.
Yeah.
I got it on DVD from like Rasputin for super cheap.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
So
yeah. But
you could find it
yeah,
really cheap somewhere.
When I started thinking about it after we finished watching the show, I was like, yeah, the only time that seeing someone eat like that has not bothered me was in that Sloppy Joe scene. Yeah, that scene, like, directly came to mind, too. Like, how she got the Joe mix all over her face, and then the food fight happened.
I love the food fight. Food fight!
Right? Like, this kid just stands up and goes,
and the macaroni, like, literally when that happens, you know that a food fight's gonna start. Like, oh, man. That and Billboard But Dad were, like, my two favorite Olsen Twins movies.
I really liked Billboard Dad. But there was another one that I really liked.
Passport to Paris. Switching Goals.
That was
How the West Was Won. To Grandmother's House We Go.
No. I see too many of those movies.
Yeah.
It might have been the
Holiday in the
summer
Sun.
one. The sun one? Yeah.
Holiday in the Sun.
It might have been that
I don't
one.
think I've seen that.
I don't think I've seen Paris.
New York Minute.
I think Paris was the only one I haven't
I
seen.
had Passport to Paris on VHS, and I had It Takes Two, How the West Was Won, and Billboard Dad all on DVD. And I think I had Switching Goals too, which was a soccer one.
Yeah.
But my favorite, the ones that I watched the most of them were It Takes Two and Billboard Dad.
Those were probably the ones that I watched the most, but that's because they were on TV.
Yeah,
well, Billboard Dad was on TV a lot. And
yeah,
I owned It Takes Two.
It was, yeah.
But yeah,
It Takes Two was also on quite a bit.
I never noticed because I was watching it on VHS too much.
I mean, I didn't watch it all the time on VHS, but I would sometimes watch it on TV.
I probably watched it at least once or twice a month.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, that was probably one of the more popular ones anyway. It's the one most people know of with them.
And then I watched their TV show.
Oh, So Little Time.
The other one.
Two of a Kind.
The one where they were kids. They were like
Full House?
No, not children. Like maybe like 10 or so, and they were going around in like little explorer outfits doing stuff.
Oh, yeah, those. I remember those.
But no, I watched all the other shows too. The other three that you named, yes, I watched those. I was obsessed with the twins. Oh my gosh, I loved them.
Yeah. I had one of the ones you were talking about, like one episode of that. It was the Christmas one, I think. Or something. I don't remember, but I had that on VHS too.
Yeah, I've seen all their TV shows.
But I know which ones you're talking about.
Yeah. But that's neither here nor there for Legends. you guys know how this channel works.
If you grew up in the late 90s, and if you grew up in the 90s and 2000s, you know who the Olsen twins are. And you've probably seen the majority of the things that they did.
Yes.
If you're younger than that, well, then I'm sorry, you probably don't.
And you missed out on a golden childhood.
You've probably seen Fuller House, but not Full House, because Fuller House does not contain the Olsen twins.
No. Because of stuff that happened when they got older.
Because they didn't want to be on it?
Right?
Yeah, I had to Grandmother's House We Go on VHS too, but it wasn't...
Mm-hmm.
I never saw Double Double Toil and Trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, The Adventures of Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had How the West Was Won on VHS.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
I had How the West Was Won on VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, It Takes Two. Which one was it that I had? I think it was this one. It was The Case of the Christmas Keeper. I think that's the one that I had.
Yeah. But yeah, like, they would show it all on TV. Like, I'd watch it all the time.
Or maybe it was their Christmas party. I don't know, but it was a Christmas one. And then Billboard Dad and Two of a Kind.
Yeah,
Passport to Paris.
I don't think
I liked Passport to Paris. And then Our Lips Are Sealed. I never saw that one.
I never knew that one was a thing.
I
need to... There's an Olsen Twin movie I need to go see.
Winning London I never saw either. Or Holiday. I don't think I saw Holiday in the Sun.
Yeah, I seen that.
And then So Little Time, I saw a little bit of that, not a lot.
Getting There I watched. One in Rome. I think I saw that one. The Challenge I saw.
New York Minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, that went off on a big tangent.
And then Elizabeth Olsen is now
Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Daughter of Magneto.
Wait, she is?
I don't know if they're doing that in the movie universe, but she is. Yeah, her and Quicksilver, which is why in the X-Men First Class and stuff, when you saw Quicksilver and he was running around and stuff, and they saved wait, it wasn't First Class, it was the second one. When they went to get Magneto out of prison and stuff. And Quicksilver said, like, you know, my mom used to know somebody who, you know, like, he made that quick joke. That's because that was actually, like, in like, that's actually his, we don't actually know, like, that was actually his dad, but, like, it was a quick little jab at the audience going, we know what you're thinking.
Okay.
But
when I think of Magneto, Magneto wasn't who we saw in that Doctor Who special, right? With the superhero thing? With Capaldi? Remember, you know which one I'm talking about? There were two in season 9. There was the Husbands of River Song, and there was the other one.
Magneto wouldn't be in Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
Magneto is a super villain from Marvel.
Okay. For some reason, I was, like, thinking that it was...
Oh, the actor?
No, like, I was thinking it was the same, like, villain or whatever.
No. He's strictly Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't say...
Mysterio, that's his name.
Yeah, Mysterio.
Return of Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it was because their names both started with M, and I was mixing it up. But yeah, so they go to San Bernardino, 1955.
Mm-hmm.
Big Belly Burger
was born. That was interesting.
I do love the cars in the 50s.
Yeah.
And I liked the
right after we watched the Flash episode, and we have the freaking old car in front of Barry's old
Oh, yeah.
house. We go watch Legends and we get all the old cars. It's like,
I think the one that was in front of Barry's old house was actually from like the 30s or 40s. Though,
yeah,
'cause
but
that
like
was,
you know what I mean?
yeah, like Allegra said, that was hella vintage. I mean, that one was like
Mhm.
really, really old. That looked like it was from the 30s because it was a bigger car.
Right.
And the front of it looked very much like something you'd see in the 30s or 40s.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, you know, like you go straight from that.
No, I know. I just don't know what
right
car it is, but I know that it was older than the 50s.
Mhm.
So yeah, but like I love Legends, but it's legit gotten so silly.
Yeah. I love that we got to see Zari again.
Yeah, me too.
I just wish that we got like a little bit longer because that's the Zari I connect with.
Well, yeah, that's the Zari I like too. That's the one that was with Nate.
I mean, at this point, I don't even care about her relationship with, I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I love them together. You know.
They're so great together.
They are. But, like, at this point, I'm just like, I just want her back.
What? She's stuck where again?
She's in the totem.
Oh, that's right.
All the past totem users get stuck in the totem.
Mm.
Because they're dead. They've moved on. You know. So their spirit lives inside the totem until all of time. So since this version of Zari and then the idiot are both totem users,
Bayrod.
Yep. When they die, their souls will be in the totem for the next totem user, just like Zari's is, and Zari will still be there, and as well as the person who used it before Zari and Bayrod. Like
his obsession with the burger. Oh my gosh! Like it was so annoying. He looked like a greaser, and he was like soaking it all up.
So dumb.
I love the fact that Nate was going around in roller skates, though. That was cool. And he was actually really good on the skates.
Yeah, he seemed to enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. And what's the name of the girl that's with them that can sense the aliens?
I don't know. They call him, like, Spooner. Like, cause
she's cool.
She doesn't go by her name anymore. So I think her name is Spooner.
I like her.
Yeah. I like her. I'm glad that she's staying.
And it was cool to see Amelia Earhart, even though she turned out to be a monster.
She's an alien that took the form of Amelia Earhart.
It was just so weird because, like, as soon as I saw her, I was like, Amelia Earhart?
Right. Like.
And then Gary was, like, holding up his Queen of Diamonds card.
Which I don't think she should have been the diamonds.
Well, if it's a card set that's all about strong historical women, no, she should not be the Queen of Diamonds.
Like, I mean,
who should be the Queen of Diamonds?
I don't know, someone heartless. Like, some heartless woman. I don't know. But I think she should have been like clubs or spades.
Yeah.
So the fact that I don't think she would be the Queen of Hearts because
So the fact that Sarah got attacked by it in her arm, is that gonna like affect her now? Like, what's gonna happen?
Well, she's passing out from it.
What's gonna happen?
She's obviously infected with something.
I hope she doesn't become an alien.
Well, I mean, she's already an assassin. Being an alien on top of it.
Yeah, but don't make her an ugly, creepy-looking alien.
No. You can't take away that sex appeal. What? But yeah, like, I don't know. It'll probably be reversible and whatever.
I don't know how long they're gonna drag out her being separated from them.
All season.
Really?
They're hunting the aliens so they can get Sarah back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gotta catch 'em all scenario.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Pokemon.
That theme song is awesome.
Mhm.
I never even watched the show, but like the theme song is amazing. It sounds so 80s. I love it.
Right.
Even though the show wasn't an 80s cartoon, like the theme literally sounds like late 80s, early 90s, and it's awesome.
But yeah, like the whole thing is them catching the aliens to try and kill Sarah.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna like not find they're not gonna find Sarah in the next 3 episodes and then spend the rest of the time catching aliens that fell through time and space.
Right.
You know, like it's not how that works. I mean, I think they're gonna get the ship fixed and get just enough gas to puddle jump to the next planet. And they're gonna have to puddle jump from planet to planet. You know, I think that's gonna be their story. And I mean, yes, I do think that maybe Sarah will get back to them before they finish, because an entire season without her with them, while building out Ava's leadership skills is great.
I think maybe they'll do it for like half the season.
Yeah.
Not the whole season.
Maybe if they come up with something else they have to hunt down in the second half.
Because we can't have Ava and Sarah be separated that long when she found out she was gonna propose to her. I can see it being like a half season thing.
Yeah.
And then the second half would just be like whatever else they come up with.
I mean, maybe they have to still find the aliens and stuff, but
I just don't want it to go the whole season. I really don't.
I think what's going to be interesting is how Spooner reacts, because she's going to be like following Ava's orders for this whole time. She's not going to know another captain.
Right.
And then the real captain shows up. I'm interested in seeing how Spooner reacts to the dynamic that's there when Sarah becomes captain again. You know? Because that's like everybody on the ship is used to when Sarah's away, Ava's captain. Like that's how that works. But Spooner's used to Ava being captain. No one else is over her. But as soon as Sarah gets back, Sarah's captain and no one is over Sarah. And even Ava is under Sarah in command. Like, and I'm interested in seeing how Spooner copes with it. Because she doesn't deal with change well. Obviously. And so, like, I'm really intrigued by how she would deal with that. And I'm excited. So I don't want them to, like, finally find her on the last episode and then not get to see how Spooner reacts to the new regime change. But, yeah. I'm also, interested in seeing how the 2 totems would work. You know?
Yeah.
Like, now there's 2 wind totems. Zari split it because she couldn't handle their bickering.
Like, I can't take it anymore.
Right. So now there's 2 totems, and I'm interested in seeing, like, you know, how they use it. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, Zari's only used the totem in specific instances. She's never really been the totem wielder.
Right.
You know, and so it's gonna be a change for her. And I'm really interested in seeing how that goes.
Yeah. It is going to be interesting. I mean, that creature was very...
I have an idea of who the villain is that's trying to hunt down people. Beebo. This giant ass fluffy blue bear out in the middle of space wants them. Beebo wants Sarah.
I can't.
But Beebo is a force for truth and victory and goodness.
Truth, justice, and the American way.
You know, like, Beebo is a force for good.
These are the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girls. But Professor Utonium accidentally drops a bottle of Chemical X into the concoction.
Sugar, spice.
Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born. You see, they're all just superpowers. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil.
Yes. Yes, they have. I take it you watched that show growing up.
I did.
I did not. I wasn't allowed to.
It's not even that bad. What the heck?
I don't know.
I can understand them not allowing you to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, but freaking Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab, like... I watch those a lot.
Hey Arnold, or...
Hey Arnold.
Rugrats.
I wasn't allowed to watch Rugrats.
Yeah.
Until I got older, and then I just didn't care about that.
Right. But, like... Yeah.
They're doing a Powerpuff Girls live action movie.
That's fun.
And Donald Faison, who played Turk on the show Scrubs, is going to be Professor Utonium.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get CGI monkey to play...
Sabrina Carpenter, I think, is in it as well.
Which one is that?
She's blonde. She's been on Disney Channel. She's in The Descendants, I think.
Oh, her? Yeah. I like her. But yeah, so the show is great, and the splitting of the totem is gonna have effects on team dynamics moving forward.
Sabrina Carpenter. Dove Cameron is in it. Never mind.
Dove is the main character.
Yes. Dove is Bubbles.
Okay.
Chloe Bennett is Blossom from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I knew she looked familiar. Who's Buttercup?
Yana Peralt?
No idea.
She doesn't have a photo, so.
But
yeah, Dove Cameron is on Liv and Maddie, and then Descendants. Descendants too.
Yep, she plays Maleficent's daughter, the main character.
Yeah, he's Professor Drake Utonium. He's on Scrubs. And Clueless.
But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting because the team dynamic is gonna change because Zari now has a totem.
Yep.
And I can't wait to see who the ultimate villain is because we're gonna meet them before we finish the show. So yeah, and when we're done hunting down aliens, I'm curious as to know what we're gonna get for the next season because we've done everything. I don't want them to end them.
It's probably only gonna go a few more years. If season 7 isn't its last season, then season 8 probably will be.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, like, the wife was weird. And ended up getting sucked and eaten by the creature anyway.
Bayrod's reaction. Oh my gosh. Yes, as soon as I saw it, I thought the same thing he did.
What was his reaction again?
I forget the name of the moth.
Oh,
Godzilla
Mothra.
thing. Yeah, Mothra.
Yeah.
Mothra. Yes. My mind went there as well.
I mean, he's getting better, but he's still really irritating.
Yeah. He's just not our character.
Like, his silliness is a level of silliness that, like, I can only take so much of.
And an hour of it is too much.
And I don't know. I like the show, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not the same, which we didn't expect it to be.
No.
But we expected it to be better than this.
Yeah.
But maybe.
And next week's looks even more silly.
Yeah.
It's called the X Factor.
Yeah, they're doing a contest thing.
Yeah.
And robots and robot aliens invade Earth or some shit. Anyways, do you have anything else to say about this?
I don't think so.
I guess.
Do you?
No. Until next time.
Always stay true to who you are.